Previously on Dracsfantastic Adventureland. I think that's how it should start. It's something like that. Something, can you get like a graphic and then you can like skip the previously part of it because you're like, I just watched it. I already know what happened the last time. For those of you joining us, hello. I'm your host, Dracsfantastic. We're here for another vintage story adventure. I'm not too far from the spawn. I found a good place for my home. I've got some food. The sun is setting. Oh, so beautiful. The game is so beautiful. It's just so damn awesome. So there's some water right over there's a sea over the hill here. There's a nice little lake right in front of us. I think it's pretty clear that we're going to be hunkered down here in this dirt hill. And I'm thinking I should probably have gotten some. Oh, I do have some flint. So let's make a shovel. It's gonna be dark. I didn't plan too hot, did I? We'll try to make a fire. We need to make a shovel. We need to cut down a tree. We didn't cut down a tree while we were running around all day. This is so classic me. I'm like, everything's beautiful, running around, and I've got some food, and and then it's like, wait, where's the sun going? Oh no. Got some sticks, thankfully. So we'll make an axe, and we'll put that there, and we'll move here, and we'll make ourselves a shovel so we can dig this out. Tell me there's a tree close. Tell me there's a tree close. We got time. We've got time. Don't anyone fret. All right, so we just need a little bit of wood to start a fire on the ground. And the fire is mostly just like, oh man, do you see what I see? It's a bear real close and he looks hungry. Oh man, oh shit. Yeah, we're definitely in the aggro radius of the bear. All right, cool. So it's my luck, right? I always find a bear. Always find a bear. Do we not have a knife either? What was I doing in that first playthrough? I'm like so excited to get started, right? Hold on, we got to make a knife too. And let's just make sure the bear isn't chasing us. What did I just do? Oh wow, I picked a knife. Good for you, Drax. I feel like I had a knife. Did I use it? I must have gone through it, maybe. Maybe I threw it. I don't know if some of you do that, but like you get kind of clicky, and then like the next thing you know, like you're like, wait, where did that thing go that I had? And then wait, why don't I have a knife anymore? And then you realize that like where you probably threw it down was like a day ago. And so it's not so bad when it's something is so simple like a knife or whatever, but I've definitely thrown away stuff by accident that was like of real value and not noticed until I was much farther away. I'm grabbing some grass because I also want to make a quick bed. All right. I'm not excited about how quickly the sun is setting. What time is it? Down at the bottom of your screen, 2025. It's going to go from like okay to pitch black in like 2 seconds. Oh, can we get this tree down in time? And I don't have anything. I don't have a fire starter going. This is going to be a real dark night. Dark night. Let's hope the bear doesn't come up behind us and kill us, because it's going to be hilarious if he does. All right. Let's do this. It's like this. Oh, Drax doesn't remember how to make a fire starter all of a sudden. Remember, if you don't remember how to make something, it's like that. H is your friend. H is your friend. All right, let's do this, because the worst thing will be in the world if it just goes, because sometimes like when the sun sets, it goes from like this, what it looks like right now, to just black. Can't see a thing. All right. Now we've got a torch. Now we can't be like just bumbling around we can still be bumbling around in the dark, but like the less chance that we'll bumble ourselves into something awful. God, you can see how dark it is already. All right, let's try to get, nothing fancy here. Literally just gonna dig ourselves so that we don't get eaten by a bear or a mole man in the middle of the night. And I've made a video that talks about like starter stuff and like how you shouldn't be ashamed to live in dirt. There's nothing. I would live, like there's something so simple about dirt. You need to take out that wall? Cool, just need a shovel. Right? It's so simple and easy, and it always matches because it's always the right color. Right? I like dirt. I always have. Even in Minecraft, I liked it. So I don't have a pickaxe, so these things are stuck in here. So I think this is enough room to lay down a bed, which is what we really want to do. And to make a bed, we just need blocks, hay grass. So we just need 3 of them. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3. And then we've got a nice little bed. And we'll lay it down right here. 2137 is probably enough. When you sleep, you go through a lot of food. So I always say, like, if you've got the food and you got the time, you should eat and have a good full stomach. And you're going to see how quickly it goes away here. I'm just eating through the stuff. We have a pine cone seed in our bag. Oh, Drax. We're eating up some space in our bags. All right, so let's sleep it out. This is 7 hours, so should be good. And I'm on the fence on sleeping in the beginning. Like, I think these first couple nights we'll probably sleep just because it's easier, but there's so much to do in the beginning, and it's so crucial to like get crops in the ground and get stuff set and like get the best out of this first summer, that I always have a hard time. Like, I like to try to work from as soon as there's enough sun to like far into the evening. And if you've got a nice little homestead to work in, you can progress so much faster and further, right? So I'm always like, because the winter is so long and you're so limited by the things you can do in the winter, that you really need to make the best of these warm months. And in the first part, it's gathering and building the homestead and getting yourself set, but it's also like just not wasting any time, because you're going to get, I'm stuck on the bed here. It's about not wasting any time, because the winter is long and you need to be ready for it. And so like you need to have enough food stored for this. This first winter is the hardest winter, I think, because once you store enough food and are set for it, then you'll be good, because then you'll have a whole nother summer to like make up for your deficit. You don't want to starve out. And you, to be honest, like you can always go out there and try to find animals and hunt them in the winter. It's just a pain in the butt. And so if we look at the list of things we need to do, food, of course, is number one. And we need to store food because it's going to be harder to find it out there. And we need to go out there and kill some animals, because we need to make a set of leather clothing, coats and boots, because trudging around without them, you freeze to death. The very first time I played this game, I didn't build a set of winter clothes. And I nearly froze to death so many times. All right, look at this. Look at these, just plentiful food. And you can see we did lose some food off our bar while sleeping. 7 hours isn't enough. I got like an ancient bed and it sleeps 9 hours. And like, if you aren't full, like you'll wake up and you're like dying. It's like click, click, die. All right, so 4 a.m. Our problem, of course, is that the bear is roaming over here. And we don't, at this point, have any real way of killing him. I need to make a spear, I guess. Let's plant this tree. I suggest that as you get seeds, start planting trees close to the house, so that as you need them, especially in the winter, if you run out of wood, you're like, oh, I can just run out the door and cut down this quick tree. This is a great area. What are those, chickens? Even better. Hello, chickens. Cool. And this is some peat. This is going to come in handy. Peat is, you're going to use it to fires and doing, clay pits and what have you. So I would say, like, if you find a little bit of it, I mean, this is excellent because it's close to the house. We'll just come over here and we'll pick it up. But it's, it burns a little faster in the ground too when you're cooking stuff off. So it's worth having. I'm in that point now too, where I'm like, okay, I know I've got like 1,000 things I need to do. Drax, you just need to do them. We need to build a reed chest. So If we just type in reed chest, so we need more reeds. Now you remember I picked up a bunch. I got 29, so we're gonna plant those too. And I haven't quite decided where the house is gonna go. So we want to get these into the ground and not have to pull them up again. And like I said, remember, you don't have to put them in the water. I highly suggest not putting them in the water actually, because when the winter comes and they freeze, it's a total pain in the ass because you got to break the ice and then pull the damn reed out. So I think we'll just line them up here for now. And I'm just going to, I never have enough grass, right? Got to pull that grass out. All right. And then let's pull this one too while we're at it. Yep. And then I think we're going to have to go and find more. We're going to need some storage. Storage is the battle that you will fight at least until you get storage chests, I think. And the reed baskets are like a fine first start, but man, do they fill up fast, right? I think, what are they, 6 or 8 spots? And it just seems like before you know it, you're like, all right, we've got our first one. And then you're like, okay, that one's already full. And I'm just going to, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to live in this dirt hut for a while that I've built. I'm going to expand it a little bit so we can do some cooking. We need to cook off some food for sure. Did we? I don't think we found. Oh, we did. We found some red clay down south, so we'll go grab some of that too. And we'll get a cooking pot going pretty quickly, just because I'm telling you, like, one of the biggest epiphanies of this game for me was, and I think I've told this story, and I'll tell it a million more times, which is, I was like, I can't do this food burn. It's too fast, and it's literally killing me. And I got my first cook pot, and I was like, wait a minute. Oh my gosh, the game totally changed for me. And so I'm always like, hey, just stay patient. And when you get that first cook pot, you're going to be like, oh, okay. Yeah. I'm not like every 2 seconds so hungry I could die. I'm just going to fill in this hole so that I stop falling into it. Have you met me, Mr. Hole Falling Drax? That's what they call me. All right, we're going to need some more dirt. I'm keeping my eye on the horizon. I don't know if you are, but that bear will. That bear's going to kill us. We should just get that in our heads right now. That is going to happen. I accept it. You accept it. We accept it together. All right. Right now we're on reed patrol. And I know this looks kind of funny, but like, honestly, collect them up, plant them in a big row, and you'll thank yourself later when you're like, oh, I wish I had some reeds right now, because you'll have a ton of them. And then I think, like, it's something that I feel like for the first year, especially, like, every time I see them come up, I pull them down and I just put them in a box, and until the box is like really full, I just keep doing it, because you use these for bandages, which we talked about, but we also use them for making bee skeps. So, and every time you break a bee skep, you have to build another one to put it in its place. So it's a process that takes quite a few of them, and so you're always sort of using them. And then you're using bandages a lot. So it's something that these are sort of the gold of the game, especially in the beginning. And I think I told you about like that. Yeah, on our server we couldn't find any, and we finally did, and then all of us sort of went out and collected 100 of them. So we had way too many. But I know I would argue that you can never have too many. Never have too many. All right, and then these are cow parsley, which is what we need to make bandages. So did I just take out that dirt? I'm so powerful. About to go through another knife. Oh, it's not cow parsley we need. I'm sorry. Cow parsley is just pretty. It's a pretty flower. We're going to plant these back down. We need some sticks too. Sticks. Oh, I picked up a couple of nice bushes there. Do you like that? All right. Oh, there's clay right here too. We won. This is a great starting location. Very nice. This is blue clay. I use the rock icon because I think it looks like clay. All right, look at this. Look at this. So we have red clay. Oh, this is red clay too. We have 2 things of red clay. Hold on, I marked this blue. Let's change it to red. This is a great starting location. So lucky. So lucky. All right, Mr. Fox. I was watching a streamer last night and they were talking about how they got close to a goat and it like came after them and, you know, was hitting them. I think that's one of those things that you, no one tells you about. Like people are like, give you all sorts of advice. Like, oh, how do you start? And what should you do? But no one tells you that the goats and the rams, if you get too close to them or mess with them, they will end you. They will end you. So be careful. Be careful. All right. What did you do on day 2, Drax? Reeds. All we did was reeds. We just looked at the ground and pulled reeds. How many do we have? 19. All right, good. And we're almost out of bag space. Let's eat some bag space here. We should have put down the fire starter in the room. These can actually be combined, right? So sometimes you'll get 2 stacks of the same thing. And what that is that they're rotting at a different level. And so it sees them as 2 different stacks, but you can combine them manually. And you'll see that pretty much all the food does that. And it's super annoying, especially for someone who likes to hit the automatic bag sort and then looks into his bags and goes, wait, what? Nope, I don't have 2 of those. Come on, knife, hold on. Don't break yet. 1 more. There we go. It broke. All right, let's make another knife. Knife blade. I'm not later in the game. Like I'm so you get a little, you get your homestead set up. And if you're really far along, you'll build a nice wall that surrounds your home. And so you have a level of safety, or you're just, you know where the spawn is and you're not worried about it. And so you get complacent about like paying attention to what's going on around you. And I have a little bit of that right now. Like I'm like, oh, everything's fine. But like everything's not fine. Like if I die, if that bear catches us, we're gonna be in trouble. I just realized I should turn up the in-game sound a little bit on my ears so I can hear. And I haven't heard any wolves howling, which is always good, but that doesn't mean that we won't see some wander into our area. All right. So we have 28 more of those, and I think we have enough to build. Yeah, good. We have enough to build one reed chest. 1 reed chest. All right, let's do this. Let's put these down. Yeah, this is nice. This is a good start. This is a good start for these reeds. I don't remember what the growth time is on them, but it's fairly quick, a couple days. I need to be pulling this. I need to be pulling this grass. Come on, Drax. 6 more. I mean, I don't know that we're going to pull anymore. I guess we need to go find more reeds. We need more baskets. I'm trying to decide what we should do next. Let's definitely try to cook off a cook pot. Let's make one of those so we can get that going. 1, 2, and then this guy. All right, look at this. Got a whole field of them. Ready to come up. I don't think. All right, let's do this next. Okay, we need some more dirt too. Let's take a little dirt to make our room a little bit bigger. The problem with building into like a mountain that's shallow like this is that you're going to hit. We hit dirt. We hit rock pretty quick, and we're a little ways away from being able to make a pickaxe. It's not simple like in Minecraft where you can simply just on the fly make a stone pickaxe, right? You need to find copper, and then you need to schmelt it. And I remember thinking the first time I was like, oh, I'm never going to make it to that. I'm never going to make it to that. But I'm telling you, it's so much easier than you think it is. And just spending a little bit of time roaming around, you'll find some copper, and it'll come pretty quickly. I was streaming on Twitch last night. We were playing a different game, but a lot of Vintage Story players in there, and we were talking about Vintage Story, and one of the guys, longtime listener, first time caller, was saying, he's like, Drax, one of these days, like, I still haven't really done, like, I know how to do, like I know how to make the change to iron, right? But I haven't really just pulled the trigger, and like I haven't done any videos on it. And he's like, one of these days, you're gonna stop relying on everyone else to make you iron, and do the process. And it's like on my list of videos to make, and I'm definitely gonna do it. And I've watched them do it, and I mean, it's just for those of you who are longtime players. Yeah, I mean, you know, like on our server, we just have piles of steel right now, and the steel. I mean, the durability on this knife is 130. The steel is like 4,000, so it lasts forever. I'd actually like this to be a little bit higher. What time is it? 11:35. Doing perfect. Now remember that, because I'm always like, oh, we got plenty of time. It's 11 o'clock in the morning, and then I look down. What does it mean it's 7 p.m.? All right, should we? Oh, that's right. There's a ruin over there. I'm just stopping for a second. We got a goat. Those goats are ours. We need to go build a pit over there so that they'll fall in and we can take care of them. But let's get this set now while it's still light, so that when we freak out later when the sun is coming down, we can just run directly into our home, right? And I'm not, there's no plus or minus to making the roof bigger or smaller. I mean, you make it however you want. I get a weird claustrophobic feeling sometimes when the roof is that, I get an in-game claustrophobic feeling when the roof is that close to my head. So I'll usually just make it a little bit taller. And that's personal preference. That's personal preference. Should we put a door on this thing? So door, crude door, which is 2H logs. We need some sticks. We don't have any. All right. All right. We need sticks to do, the pit kiln too, as well, comma. So let's go out and, can we grab some more here? You can use shears, so you can make shears out of metal, and they just tear through these bushes. So you like just go, and the whole bush just falls down. So you get really used to using shears. The shears go really fast too, especially the copper ones. But then when you have to go back to doing it like by hand like this, which, to be honest, most of the time, like I don't have shears on me and I just need a couple sticks, but you remember how awesome the shears are. And you dream of shears. Is this what I think it is? No, I thought that was a fruit tree. Oh, hello. Here's some flax growing right here. All right, I'm going to leave that in the ground because we need the flax that's going to come off of that. And it's so close to the house. Let's hope it'll mature and we'll get some flax out of it. We'll get some flax. Say flax. Say flax again, Drax. 10 sticks already. Look at that. Lucky us. All right, our food situation. We've got some mushrooms and we've got some red currant. And if we walk in any direction at this point, at this time of year, we really lucked out with these mushrooms going so close to us. And this time of the year, there should be berry bushes everywhere we roam. Everywhere we roam. See, right here. Or you could just put down a block by accident, Drax. Come on, man. Come on, man. All right, bags are full. We should have put that chest down. We have 13 sticks. That should be good enough. All right. And then pretty easy to see our brick home here, huh? All right, so let's put it here. We're going to put the seeds in it for sure. And the flax. I don't know why we're carrying around one chetstone, but that's pretty funny. And we got that rock, I guess, from the ruin, right? Let's put the fire starter. Let's lean the fire starter And everything else will keep. Is my sort not working? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Well, that's a problem. They just updated the game and I updated it. I don't know. I bet you that the mod needs to be updated. All right, so there's let's get the fire starter, and you can lean it up like that so it doesn't take a space. And let's do this. We need to make clay bowls, and we need to make raw cooking pots. So let's make the bowls first. And I remember the very first time I ran through this little fun, and I thought, this isn't for real. This is how you do it. And I thought, like, this just seems sort of tedious. And I've grown to enjoy it a lot more than I thought I would. I'm still like completely awful at it. Look, I can't. I watched like the pro Vintage Story people knock this shit out, and they're just so fast. And I'm always like, doop, 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 mistake, doop, 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 mistake. Of all of the items, the bowls are my favorite to make. And I know what you're thinking. Why is that, Drax? Because they're super simple. They have one layer, right? Can't possibly fuck this up. All right, so there's the bowls, and then we'll do it again. And all I'm doing is squatting and putting it down, and then we can pick the recipe. And we're gonna make, I don't usually make one. There's no reason to make one. You're gonna fire them off. You should make the 4. And we'll make a raw cook pot. And this one will come in here, really make a mess of it. We should have made a couple. I guess depending on how much we have this more clay, we should have made a big a clay vessel too to store stuff in. Clay vessels are a great early game storage because they hold 12, and so you can really. They're just you have to do clay, and then you have to fire them off, but it's worth it. It's worth it, and they're the biggest things to make. So. Them and the oven, right, take the longest time. But I'm going to show you a fun hack that my friend Lobster showed me, and that is, now that you've got the first layer built, you can say duplicate layer, and then you just hold down the button and look at it go. I did not know this forever. And I was playing the game just like tediously going every single layer. Yeah, make fun of me. It's fine. And then it'll do it all the way here, and then we're going to come in and we'll just fill in the spots. Right? Little cook pots. Little cook pots. And then a little handle on top. Boop, boop, boop. Perfect. All right, now we need to fire these off, and so we're going to do something pretty simple. You need to have a little bit of something over the top, because if it rains, it'll put the fire out. And then we need to have them separated here. I'm just going to pick up this dirt, and then we're going to put them in. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm not going to pick them up. Drax, come on. 2, 3, 4. And then we'll put, look at all that grass I picked up. That's impressive. Yeah, and then we'll put some sticks. And then we'll do the same over here. It doesn't like that. Yep, and then some sticks. I feel like that's not enough sticks. Guess we're going to find out. And then remember, we picked up all of this stuff, right? So we can use that to get it started. Yeah, we need more sticks. We need more sticks. Sticks and sticks. All right. Don't run that way, right? Don't run towards the bear. Let's stay clear of him. Hello, raccoon friend. All right, we just need a few more sticks. Every time you think there's enough sticks, there's not enough sticks. Sticks and grass are something that you can be collecting forever and still not have enough. Like we had on the server, a bunch of us, and we had collected a bunch of stuff. We're like, okay, we're totally set. And like, a day later, especially when there's multiple people playing this game, it was all gone. I went to go to the grass thing, and it was gone. There was no sticks. We had planks. How many we got? 12. All right, that's enough to get us going. That's enough to get us going. Do, 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 do. It is, I couldn't be happier with our location. All right, there we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need a little fire here. And we probably need to start carrying around a torch. It's probably the smart move. And then we're going to light these. And they can hurt you, so be careful. They can also catch all the grass around here on fire. So I always say, as a precautionary tale, just clear the grass around them if you don't want it all to catch on fire. You can see this one was trying to catch on fire. Cool. Good. And now these will take about a day and then they'll be ready. So not today, but tomorrow we'll be able to cook some real food. And I think while we're doing that, let's, we needed sticks to make the door, right? That was another thing we were working on. So let's hit H, and then remember, Drax has the worst memory known to man. So 3 sticks and 2 things and a thingy-bidding. All right, so these guys here, and then an axe, and then it's not going to take the axe. It's just going to take some durability off the axe, so you don't have to worry about that. And then we'll throw a door on. And these doors are garbage, but they'll do to keep the molemen and the bears out. But they don't actually seal the room. And as right now, that doesn't really matter because we don't have to worry about sealing the room. But later, as we're trying to store food or create a greenhouse or anything like that, like it becomes important and you have to get a real door, which means we have to get metal. And it's just one of the many ways that the game helps you to progress to the next level by telling you, hey, listen, to get this, you're going to need to do some more, in-depth mining. All right. I definitely saw so here we go. Do you see them? It's a family of little sheep. And so I think what we're going to do, more reeds. This is great. I think what we're going to do is, we're going to dig a hole here. So the animals are tied to a block, a chunk, if you will. So if we kill these animals, at some point in the very near future, they will come back again. And so if you find animals roaming around, I always say, build a little hole like I'm going to build now. Because what's going to happen is as they migrate around this chunk, they'll fall in here, and then you can come and just usher them on to their next life. And it's a good way of getting food, and it's a constant way of getting food, because when the next batch of them respawn, then they'll respawn and fall into the hole, and it continues and continues and continues. I make the hole 3 deep, as you can see here, and that way they can't jump out. And we can force them into the hole, or we can wait for them just to fall in. And because I'm not necessarily hard up for meat right now, I'm going to let them overnight hopefully fall into the hole and do my work for me. It's a lot less dangerous that way. We can prod them and make them run into the hole, which you're going to see because we will do it. But man, just this area is so great. Look at all of these mushrooms. Look at this free food. I'll eat some mushrooms right now. I mean, mushrooms aren't like, they don't have a lot of, it's not going to change your world, but, oh, and the other thing about making that hole I just made is that you need to, oh, good, look at this spelt. You need to mark the hole so you know where the hell it is, so you can run back to it, right? So I just come on the map here and I click. I use the skull and crossbones and I call it a pit. And then I mark it, I hit save. And then now I'll have a number of these that will surround the home. I just saw down by the water there were some more goats. And so I'll start building these in areas where there are animals, and then I'll start visiting those holes over the course of the seasons to check if there's animals that have fallen in, and then I'll kill those animals and then we'll eat the animals. And so it's sort of early game. I think it's just an easy process of catching animals. And I think it's also kind of fun to tell you the truth. All right. What else do we have here that we can store? We just picked up some spelt seeds. This is good. Our seed collection's getting a little bigger. Let's put the fire clay in there. We can put this on the wall. We should probably make maybe a couple more of these, right? And then let's light them. And you remember, you can light it either with a fire starter or a torch. And the torches last 48 hours on the wall, and until we get animal fat to make some oil lamps, the torches are our main source of light. And so if you're a conservationist, you'll be like, I don't want to leave them up all day. I will leave them up. I'm not going to worry about it. Like, they're going to go out and we'll replace them. They're totally easy to make. And I just like to not have to worry about coming in and like turning on the torches or whatever. So it's simple to do. Well, I think this is an excellent second day. We planted a bunch of reeds. We secured some food. We've got our cook pots going. We're going to start a fire next time. We're going to do a little bit of hunting. But yeah, it's shaping up. Like, any day you don't get killed by a bear is a successful day, right? Hey, thanks for watching. And this is a series I'm doing of a bunch of adventure time with Drax in Vintage Story. I also have a bunch of other Vintage Story videos on YouTube, so check those out. And we'll see you next time. The video's over. Now it's time for you to do your part. Follow, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.